In the quaint village of Bellwood, nestled between rolling hills and lush forests, there lived a girl named Gabby, who had a reputation for being forgetful. Her cottage, perched on the edge of the village, was as charming as it was chaotic, with flowers blooming wildly in the garden, and vines creeping up the stone walls. Gabby adored her little home, even if she did have a habit of leaving doors ajar. One evening, as twilight painted the sky in hues of orange and lavender, Gabby returned from a day of gathering herbs. With her arms full, she pushed the front door open and hurried inside to prepare dinner, not realizing she had left the door wide open. The village had always been safe, so the thought of an uninvited intruder never crossed her mind. Unbeknownst to Gabby, the verdant woods surrounding Bellwood were home to mischievous creatures known as gremlins. These tiny, impish beings were drawn to disorder and had keen noses for sniffing out forgetfulness. That particular evening, a pair of gremlins, Ludo and Vex, happened upon the open door of Gabby's cottage. With glee in their eyes and a spring in their step, Ludo and Vex slipped through the open doorway. The cottage was a treasure trove of knickknacks and trinkets, perfect for their prankish ploys. They scurried around, hiding socks, tangling yarn, and rearranging the carefully sorted herbs. Their laughter, like the tinkling of tiny bells, was swallowed by the walls of the cottage. Gabby, immersed in cooking, noticed neither the subtle sounds of disorder nor the vanishing daylight. It wasn't until she reached for her favorite wooden spoon, now mysteriously gone, that she realized something was amiss. Puzzled, she searched high and low, finding her belongings in the most unexpected places. Confusion turned to worry as Gabby observed the unnatural chaos. Could it be gremlins? She murmured, recalling the old folk tales her grandmother used to tell. Gabby had never put much stock in those stories, but the evidence was hard to ignore. With a sigh of exasperation, she approached the still open front door and closed it firmly. Remembering the tale's advice, Gabby prepared a peace offering, a small bowl of milk and a spoonful of honey, placed on the hearth. If gremlins were indeed the culprits, this gesture might appease them and persuade them to undo their mischief. Ludo and Vex, watched as Gabby tidied up and secured the cottage for the night. Their hearts softened by her earnest efforts. They emerged from their hiding spots to lap up the sweet offering. A silent agreement was made, and they set to work, righting their wrongs and quietly slipping out into the cool night air. For Gabby, the night passed peacefully, and when morning came, she found everything restored to its proper place. The bowl on the hearth was empty except for the faintest trace of honey. As she opened her windows to the fresh dawn, Gabby smiled to herself, making a mental note to keep the doors closed from then on. The gremlins of Bellwood watched from the edge of the forest, nodding in approval. They had found both a lesson to impart and a friend in the village. As for Gabby, she had realized the value of mindfulness, and from that day forth, no door was ever left open again.